what we have been doing is trying to educate not only our members, but more importantly, policymakers in Sacramento, that teachers don't get Social Security. There are also additional public workers in California who do not receive Social Security. But many of you may have actually come to be a teacher from the private sector and may have 10 years or more working in the private sector, and you've been contributing to Social Security the entire time. Unfortunately, there are two federal offsets called the Governmental Pension Offset and the Windfall Elimination Provision. And these offsets will either reduce or potentially eliminate Social Security benefits that you have earned upon retirement. One actually impacts the spousal benefits, and that can have a particularly draconian impact on your retirement security, particularly when you consider some of the demographics and the average retirement earnings that we're going to talk about later on in this presentation. So it is important to note that teachers don't receive Social Security, and if you have previously contributed and earned Social Security in the private sector, you may have those Social Security benefits reduced or eliminated. And it's very important to make sure that members of the public and policymakers understand this aspect, because it puts you in a very different position than private sector workers who do receive all of the Social Security benefits that they have earned. So let's now move on to the demographics of CalSTRS members, because that will then give you an even greater picture and understanding to the population that we're dealing with. First of all, you need to know that 70% of CalSTRS members are women, and that's because the primary demographics of teachers are dominated by women. Teachers work a very, very long time. The median age of retirement is 61.8 years. Teachers love to work with their kids. It's such a wonderful thing, and they're doing a wonderful job contributing to our future, and so teachers stay longer. The median service credit that teachers are using, so that means that the total amount of time that they're working in the classroom or working within the teaching profession, is 26.6 years. The average monthly member-only benefit, so the average number that teachers are receiving for their retirement benefit, is $3,300 a month. So these are based on figures of June of 2010. And in addition to that, it's a separate issue, but it often gets discussed in context with retirement, is most teachers over age 65 do not receive retiree health benefits. So what does this picture look like? Primarily women who don't receive Social Security, who mostly do not have retiree health benefits after age 65, with an average retirement salary of $3,300 a month. That's a very different picture than is often communicated within the media, and it's often a different picture than what we hear discussed in reports and as is discussed by policymakers up in Sacramento. But it's very important for them to understand that there is no safety net for teachers. Their safety net is the CalSTRS Defined Benefit Program, which provides a very stable source of retirement income and a very modest retirement income for teachers that have worked a significant amount of time in the classroom, contributing to the future of California. And in addition to that, not only are you providing opportunities for our future leaders in California, you're having a major economic impact on not only all of your colleagues and the children of our state, but you're also having an impact on the rest of the economy in California in addition. The economic impact that CalSTRS retirees have on the state economy is extremely significant. In just the past year, CalSTRS has paid benefits that are excluding refunds to retirees of over $8.9 billion. This is just in retiree benefits that are paid across the state, close to $9 billion. And you think of that stable retirement income that is going into your communities, and we're talking about communities all over the state, and you realize if that income were to be reduced or eliminated, think of how worse of an economic situation that we would be in than we are today. It's a very stable source of income, and it's also funneled down into local communities. This next chart provides just a sampling of some of the numbers that you see in retiree income that's going into California. Just in the southern area of the state, we have over $4.6 billion in retiree benefits. The Bay Area alone, over $1.7 billion. the Central Valley, over $597 million in retiree income is being sent. So as you start to see the numbers and you start to consider that in many particular rural counties in the state, it's very difficult sometimes for them economically. We tend to see higher unemployment rates in various areas of the state. Despite those higher unemployment rates in various parts of the state, you still have a stable source of retiree income that's being paid by teachers that's going into local communities, which is helping to provide a source of economic stability in these very difficult economic times. These are your retirement benefits that are helping the state of California, and thank you for what you're doing. In addition to providing a helpful economic boost to the state of California, you're also helping to create jobs. In addition to providing a helpful economic boost to the state of California, you're also helping to create jobs. In 2007, the Applied Research Center at the California State University in Sacramento had found that retirement benefits for both the CalSTRS and the CalPERS retirement systems had created over 60,000 jobs in economic activity that was generated through investments just in that year alone. That over $607 million was created in state and local revenue, and $4.5 billion in value-added economic benefits to the state economy were generated from the business activity that resulted from the investments within the CalPERS and the CalSTRS system alone. We are talking about jobs, we are talking about revenue that is supporting state and local governments, and we are talking about economic stability. You are creating this. Your retirement income is creating this economic stability and jobs for the state of California, and you're helping to contribute to a positive solution, and we thank you for that, and we want to make sure that we can continue to support and enhance your ability to do that.